This is the B pillar on the van carpeted. This slide is for the seat belt. I'll be spraying in black, and also the hatch so it don't stand up so much. As you notice, I've left a bit of a material on the edge. I'm going to be putting Velcro on here, so it'll be fitted to the side of the van. Just sew it on the side and then I'll trim it off once it's done. It gives a good effect that way. Just showing you the back side of the one. These sliders actually pop out. You just move it to the side and it just pops out, so it can be sprayed. Yeah, today I'm just putting the trim in, the lower trim today, because I need to take it back out because I'm going to be spraying these things a darker colour. This, where I kept it long, as you see this, I'm going to be fitting the trim today, only the lower ones though. I left it long on the side, as you see there. I wrapped it in carpet. I'm going to be spraying these dark black, these things here, so they match a little bit better. But I left the carpet long on this side on purpose. This side, you can overlap it on the door seal, wrap it round and cut it, and then fit it, because you'll remember that it's open here because it was a van, and when you take the panel off between the cab, it left a gap, so that's how I finished that off. These can still be taken off. I mean, that holds out quite firmly. I'll do the same with the top. I'll fit it now, and then what I'll do is I'll cut the material, the carpet, to fit in the door well, so it goes around the edge. On this side I can't do that, so what I tend to do is I'm going to put Velcro and I'm going to staple it. Hopefully you won't see the staples on the outside. If you do, I have to sew it, but I'm going to put Velcro so it sticks to there, and I'm going to cut it right to the edge all the way up. Well, that's the top one fitted. I haven't put the seat belt through the hole yet because it's going to come back out. I'm only fitted it there just to see how it looks. I think it's finished off quite nicely around the edge. Quite happy with that. When I put the curtains in, which I've ordered, the curtain rail will come probably about here and go across to that point there, so along here, and the curtain will come down there and it will pin here, so that'll finish off even better. I've got these finishers here. I'm just going to fit the right hand B post. I sprayed these sliders black to match the rest of the van. Quite easy to take out. All you do is slightly bend it out, and then these will come out here, and then allow you to spray them. I'm just going to fit the right hand D post, B in the panel, B post on the driver's side. I'm going to have the wires coming out here behind the board for the TV and the fridge if everyone wants one. What I'm going to do is cut a line down here, and I'm going to put Velcro on the edge of there, so it's a nice clean job there. You can buy trim which is rounder on both sides, but it's about £180 for a set of trim all the way around. I'm not paying for that. So I'll do this piece and then I'll fit the seat back in and do the top after I sprayed the seat belt points. So this panel's ready to go back in now. Well, that's the panel back on. Fix is quite easy. I've tucked that in behind, so that's quite neat. You will see that tubing a little bit coming up to there. It's not too bad. And that's where your fuses, easy access. I can now access trip switches. So yeah, an isolator as well. I can just slide it and nobody know anything was in there. Yeah, I have these finishes here as well, which are I need to just trim. They will fit in there and lock in there with a pin there, but unfortunately they're completely open here, which I'm not happy with, but it is what it is. Today I'm going to fit a curtain rail here. Here's the curtain rail here. I'm going to measure it. This is for a VW, but it ensures it's the same size, so I'm going to fix this to the van and stick the curtains in. Should be quite straightforward. That's the curtain rail fitted. I haven't gone to the end. Simple is I wanted to keep away from that edge there. I think it looks stupid too close, and also I want it to miss the seat here, and by cutting that rail off at the end I'll keep out of the way of that rail. The curtain will come drop down here and then it'll pin to the side with some fasteners. So that's the rail, both sides fitted, and it'll hide those gaps there and which looks stupid. I've only got to do the trim now to the sides here. I'm waiting on the paint to colour coordinate the sliders for the seat belt, and then once that's come, I can fit then these units and then put the Velcro on the side, which I'm going to do today. But yeah, you can see these clips there. When you take these off, you'll probably end up taking the trim off without the white clip. So separate the white clip from the yellow part, put the white clip on the finisher before you assemble it. It's easier. So all I've got to do now, as you see, you've got Velcro on this edge now. I sew some Velcro all the way down, as you see, and it's just a case of just folding it over and then it will stay there. Well, that's the Velcro fitted. This stuff's like shit to a blanket, so once you put it on, it don't like coming back off, so that's good. You can see at that point there I shaped it out a little bit to go to the ceiling, and there we go. But once you've got the curtain over here, it looks nice. Yeah, while I've got the seat out, putting the trim back, I decided to take this panel off. I'm going to put some sound deadener on here and some insulation. This is quite a thick, very thick cover on the floor, but I think a lot of sound comes from up here, especially from the front wheel arch here. So I think it'd be ideal just to put a bit of sound deadener on there. That's the dodo mat and sound deadening. That should be enough. Make it a lot more quieter. Well, that's the curtains finished. They're quite a good fit, to be fair. I mean, the length's perfect. Once hooked on there, you can't see that place now. A little cubby hole there at the top. Once they obviously they'll be fixed there, so but they're quite good fit. And that's the seat put back. All I've got to do now is use this as a running board. I got this from B&Q, about £20. I've already drawn the shape I would need. That's going to go from this corner here to this corner here. It's going to be about that high, and it's going to go along there and then dip down and then go up and go across. This bit's going to have more carpet here fitted to there, and vice versa, just here, so you won't see no white. I'm going to remove this lashing bracket and then fit the TV sockets around here, and maybe the fridge one just here, and then fit the trim at the top. It's quite a good effect with the old lighting all the way around. That goes all the way around the van. I mean, all the way around. That's operated by a switch there on the control panel. It also gives you a display. I've cut the front board out, running board, as you see. I've also routed it with 3mm router bit all the way around to do it the same trim like I've done on the edge here. I've got 5 bolts which go into existing holes in the van. I haven't done it up yet because it's got to come back out. I haven't got the trim today. I've put the plug, TV plug here, which has got a DC outlet, 12 volt with a satellite end. That cable will fit into there, and then I'll cut it off. This will also go into 16 cable to the DC outlet there. It's a marine type one, where I can shut it off. That will go to the fridge when I have a pod in the front, if I ever do. And then just carpet the ends, as you can see, and that one there. That's the running board cut out, trimmed around the edge. All I've got to do now is connect the wires on the other side, there and there, and then fit it to the van. That's the plug wired in for the TV and satellite. I've run the cable underneath the middle carpet and just put the ends on there to connect to this one, and then I'll fit that in so you won't see no cables. That's the running board fitted now. So that's the fridge hookup, TV satellite point, so this is the final look. You've got the mood light all the way around the outside. Got the lights. This fan is going to be for sale soon on eBay if anyone's interested. I'll probably go for a VW next as my next project. The battery needs securing down to the floor, but when the owner fits a rock and roll bed, that could be secured to the side. And there we go.